Temperatures going into the 30s by Monday. Galveston, Texas. Galveston, Texas, snow. Winter storm warning in effect for Galveston, Texas. Temperatures dropping into the mid-20s Monday night. Galveston, Texas. That's one of the most humid cities in this country. And then high temperatures going into the upper 60s by the end of the week. St. Louis, Missouri, lows tonight 2. St. Louis, Missouri, total snow accumulations 4 to 10 inches. Lows tonight 2. Lows tomorrow night 0. Lows Tuesday night 3. Thursday night 2. Temperatures going into the mid-40s by the beginning of next week. Oklahoma City, this is just great. Snow, they're getting lots of snow. Monday night low 12 below 0. Temperatures going into the low 50s by the beginning of next week. But Amarillo, Texas, that's one of those cities which is even famous for their continuous contrast in temperatures going back and forth. The temperature, I believe, was already 12 below 0 today. And there's snow. They have a winter storm. High temperature today was 6. High temperature tomorrow, 8. Going down to 2 below tomorrow night. High temperatures going into the right around 60 degrees by next week. In Denver, Colorado, of course, it's the exact same thing for them. Palm Springs, California. Temperatures going into the low 90s by next week. Los Angeles, California. Highs going into the low 80s by next week. Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to get real warm there. Shabbos through Tuesday, highs in the low to mid 80s, highs between 82 and 86 degrees. Bacualas del Carmen, Mexico. That is my favorite city. Yeah, okay. The high today was 48. That's one of those cities where you have a 40 or 50 degree temperature difference between night and day. It's usually in the 70s or the 80s, sometimes the 60s. But today the high was only 48. Tonight, it's going down to 8 degrees. Tomorrow, a high of 38. Tuesday, a high of 65. Wednesday, a high of 56. Thursday, a high of 50. Friday, a high of 64. Okay, now, Friday night, a low of 40. Shabbos, highs around 90. Low Saturday night in the low 40s. The Saturday high is actually 89. Low Saturday night, 41. Temperatures remaining in the 80s Sunday through Tuesday. But Sunday night, going down to 33. Highs Monday, 86 degrees. Imagine that. Lows Monday night, 40. Highs Tuesday, 88. Just quite an interesting city. But here's the hot spot. Anand, India. Okay, now, 98 degrees this Shabbos. 98 degrees. Now, I don't think it's going to be humid. I don't think it will be because there's a large temperature contrast between night and day. So temperatures in the upper 90s this Shabbos. And you know what? The whole week, it was already 94 degrees today. Today is Monday over there, right? Is it Monday? I don't know what it is. Forecast high 94 degrees. Temperatures in mid 90s every single day. 94 Tuesday, 94 Wednesday, 94 Thursday, 94 Friday. But Shabbos is the hot day of upper 90s, and it goes back into the upper 90s by the mid part of next week. That's one of the hottest cities that I've seen. And going back over here. Okay, in terms again of the storm system, it's generally the lake effect and the powdery part of the snow. Going into the real storm, when you get into the real storm back in the Oklahoma area, the Texas area, they're getting thunder and lightning. And as we mentioned, Albuquerque, New Mexico had a severe thunderstorm warning with a snow squall. Quite amazing stuff. It's possible that I didn't cover everything. I don't really know. But I could tell you that there's a weak low pressure system. I have not heard those words. A weak low pressure system on the Pacific coast. I've not heard of those words, and I've never heard, I don't know when the last time I've heard of that. It's always a strong storm system on the Pacific coast, a weak low pressure system. But we have the coldest air in over 100 years for many places, especially down in the Gulf Coast. And it's hard to do that. It's very hard to do that in this day and age. It's hard to get those temperatures to be that cold, but it is happening. This is due to a weakening in the polar vortex, which was because of a tremendous warmth that took place in the stratosphere in the beginning of January. I am going to wish everyone a good night. Everyone stay safe. There's one thing that should be pointed out, and that is that because it's so cold out, the salt and the treatment they use in the streets will probably not be working as well as it usually does. Maybe it won't even work at all. That takes care of the forecast here. That was 20 minutes long. And there's AccuWeather says there's a 70% chance that school will be canceled on Tuesday. So we'll see what happens in regards to that. But the one thing we didn't get is that when I spoke about that thunderstorm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and by the way, can you imagine making a bracha, a blessing on thunder in the middle of a snowstorm?
Always count your blessings and they'll never go away. For thunder and for lightning and the rainbow in the sky. For mountains and for oceans or a river running by.
And all those kids that want to get out to go sledding, but we're not able to do a thing this past year because of the corona.
Social distancing and no more of the 6 feet in between.
And again, Tuesday, AccuWeather says that 70% chance for snow. I think it's an upside down world. We have bitter cold and snow down in the south. And as we mentioned, it is the month of Adar. We did speak about some of those cities in Mexico, but we forgot to play the Mexican music. So we have to play that. Okay, and the reason why that meteorologist always has such a big smile on his face when there's an Arctic outbreak is because okay, anyways, that takes care of tonight. We're going to play, it's the month of Adar. Things go crazy in the month of Adar. As we can see in the weather, I've never heard of stuff like this happening before. I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. This is the first time ever that there's a wind chill advisory in Houston, Texas. It's never happened before. And wind chills are going down to 0 degrees in many of those Gulf Coast states, and that's including Houston. You can't believe it. It's unbelievable. 0 to 5 degrees. Much of Louisiana, it's like this is unbelievable stuff. So, any case, we're going to end off with a song from Adar.